Today, I am going to be showing you guys my new video, how I scammed a famous YouTuber. In parentheses, when I was in middle school, but I don't think that the algorithm really liked middle school being in the title. No Diddy. So, yeah, we took it out. We took it out. I might change it again, but for right now, how I scammed a famous YouTuber. How does he do that? Oh. Mind you, this is not a pre-recorded bit. I just like to do I like to do a little bait and switch. I did it on the last video too, which this video did so well, dude. 700 views is crazy numbers for a guy like me. For a motherfucker like me, man. During the menu, have you ever wanted to be the best in the world? Me too. Yeah, so a similar kind of bait and switch technique used there. I figured, let's do it again. You know, it was something that accidentally happened during the edit, so I just kind of rolled with it. But anyway. How does he do that? Oh, it's 2015. Harambe is still alive. Donald Trump has not entered. Yeah, the green screen looks like ass. I'm aware. This video did pretty well. And the green screen in this one
I decided I was gonna
also looks pretty bad. It doesn't look bad in the beginning, but if we go... I'm trying to find, like here it looks bad. You can see my skin.
I had a lot of fun, and I broke 2024's best game by going too fast.
Yeah. Doesn't look that great. I think the thing that really did it, though, on this one is the shirt was like a blue-green. You can't really tell, but obviously I'm using a green screen, so I should have wore a more neutral color. We live and we learn, you know? We live and we learn. It's 2015. Harambe is still alive, Donald Trump has not entered office yet, and Kanye hasn't gone crazy. Well, as crazy as... And at the time, people were very, very mad about a certain practice that has kind of taken over the internet as of recent years, and that practice was react. I know it's still some... Dude, I feel like maybe I could have done more off-screen, you know? I think, I know from my experience watching YouTube videos that when you click on a video and you think it's going to be something and you see a guy sitting in a chair holding a microphone, you have been misled about the type of video that you're going to get. This is not supposed to be one of those videos. I'm not advertising it as that. I mean, you can see in the thumbnail, I'm sitting there, like... But still, I would like to spend the least amount of time holding a microphone as possible. And if I can add like a full face visual that might be higher quality than just a green screen recording of me talking. I mean, we can cut to the recording, but this isn't, I think, like indicative of the best thing. You know, maybe if I had waited another day, I could have thought of some of this stuff at the time, but I think it's better to get a video like 80-90% of the way done and just throw it out there, because you never know what opportunities are going to be the one. Oh, as crazy as... And it does look so bad, mind you. I know it looks bad. I thought it looked bad during the edit, but like, does that really matter? I think as long as the audio quality's fine, it doesn't. People were very, very mad about a certain practice that has kind of taken over the internet as of recent years. And that practice was react. I know it's still somewhat... Like, if I could have maybe made that graphic a little bit more intentional, you know, put up the background, have the text float there for a while, and then strike through it, as opposed to... right now, it's basically a maybe 1 second of the video and a sound effect. As of recent years, and that practice was react. I know it's still somewhat contentious today, but if you weren't around back then, you might not fully get the scale at which people fucking hated reaction videos. And I was in middle school. And so I didn't know if cutting out of the green screen was cool. You know, in my head, I thought like, yeah, that sounds tough. We can zoom out and it'll be like, hey, we're intimate, whatever, we're talking. And then you see the full what I'm actually doing, where I'm just sitting there. I don't know if it worked out that well. It might have just been better to do another background or keep the Ballotro background. But yeah, this is also a real picture of me in middle school with scissors in my hair because people were telling me to cut it, and I was like, nah.
You know what I love to do? What I actually still love to do? Make internet content.
This channel, Lucas G Live, is actually my main channel that I've had for years. For years and years and years. What's interesting is if we actually go to this channel, obviously we're live right now, which is great. We're live right now too. Most popular videos. You know, we were doing a little bit of clickbait. It was 8 years ago. I didn't know any better. But 9 years ago, I uploaded this video, Up Down album reaction video. And this video got 8,000 views.
Back in the year of 2015, people did not take content theft too kindly. Reactors were very commonly in the crosshairs, and YouTubers began making justified hit pieces. There were some big YouTubers making videos like iDubbbz and his content cop on Jinx, but there were some other people, like I Hate Everything, who attacked the entire React.
Alright, I didn't know if I should use another, like, ching sound effect, or if it's cool to do that over and over and over. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Well, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I didn't know if it was bad to use the same sound effect over and over.
Justified hit pieces. There were some big YouTubers making videos like iDubbbz and his content cop on Jinx, but there were some other people, like I Hate Everything, who attacked the entire React community. For all the grass touchers out here, I Hate Everything was a comedy YouTuber who would make very high effort videos.
So, if you're not like intimately familiar with I Hate Everything, the music that I'm playing in the background is his music. Well, it's not. It's a Kevin MacLeod song called Elevator Music, but it is a song that he co-opted for his show. And the second I say his name, you can hear the music switch, and I'm very happy with that. I think the video part of this video is a little bit bad. I won't lie, it's not the best. The audio though, I think I cooked. I only used like 45 seconds of each song that I pick for the background. I tried, you know? Can't say I didn't try.
Videos like iDubbbz and his content cop on Jinx, but there were some other people, like I Hate Everything, who attacked the
the minute I say it,
community.
The song changes.
For all the grass touchers out here,
I also
like I Hate Everything, who attacked the entire React community. For all the
I was unsure if this was cool. I couldn't think of a way to like mask myself. You'll see me use that technique later. Whoa. You'll see me use that technique later on in the video. Couldn't think of a cool way to do it here.
Grass touchers out here. I Hate Everything was a comedy YouTuber who would make very high effort videos, very infrequently, talking about...
Dude, also, on this other video, I only got one comment. And you guys know the reason I live stream, I love the comments. Comments are like my favorite thing. Well, the only comment I got was, "Good video. A tip for you is to look at the camera when you're reading the script. But honestly, great video. Good luck," which I appreciate it a lot. I think I've seen this guy comment on my shorts before. So shout out him, shout out Caution. But also the 6 likes is really cool because that means multiple people saw this and were like, yeah, you know, good video, but I agree with this dude's point. And you can see.
So that's got to be
Bro's reading.
And I guess my quest for a world
Bro's
record
reading.
continues.
Bro's reading.
Maybe
Bro's reading. So I recorded 3 takes of this video and then I kind of spliced different parts, which that was like the big experiment for this video was I wanted to see like, if we do this professional style where you do a couple takes and then we go through and we pick the best things and we Frankenstein a video out of it, will that work? You know, will that make a cool video? And I think it maybe, you know, maybe it turned out well. But every time I see my eyes move like that, I just think about that comment and I'm like, no, dude, no.
Everything was a comedy YouTuber who would make very
like
high
that.
Effort videos.
Like I'm not reading something. What I'm actually doing is I'm looking up because I have a top monitor and this one has like my OBS most of the time when I'm recording. And then the bottom monitor is where I would have actually had like my bullet points or my script that I basically would read a line and then I would think about it and then I would try to say it without reading it. That was the attempt, but I don't know how well it worked.
comedy YouTuber who would make very high effort videos, very infrequently talking about mostly things that upset him, usually media related, sometimes video games, but most commonly he'd make videos about movies. And here's a clip from his video, I Hate Reaction.
Okay, this is a chance where I had to do another effect, and I just decided to use the same one again.
Nauseam. But over the past year or so, I've started to notice an uprising of a truly peculiar type of YouTube content, and these videos in question are reaction videos. Now, reaction videos are not a complicated concept. It literally is just someone who sits there recording their reaction.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm reacting to my reaction to his video that I've already seen when I was a little kid. This is pretty meta. I don't bring this up to say that I don't know. I didn't love the way that this part worked out.
Recording their reaction.
That's what I'm doing right now. I just feel like I might not give enough context for the video for it to make sense. That's what I'm worried about, is that it's not going to make sense to anyone who isn't me. I think that is like, there's like two challenges for this YouTube thing. You have to make something that clearly makes sense, you know, that someone would see and be like, I understand what is happening. And it has to be cool. It has to be engaging. And this is true for both the content and the title and thumbnail. I think I'm a lot better at the title and thumbnail than I am at the actual content part for the moment, which isn't the worst thing, but I have these ideas in my head, and if I can't quite get it out, it will be incomprehensible. The content will be incomprehensible. That's at least my thought.
They're recording their reaction.
That's what I'm doing right now.
So I watched this video with my pitchfork.
Yeah, here I use the mask technique where I'm like stuck behind him. If you look closely, I kind of did a sloppy job, but like, I don't think anybody's really paying attention to that. That's what I'm doing right now.
So I watched this video with my pitchfork ready, excited to find a new target for hate. And I now, as an adult, think all of Alex's points are valid.
Listen. Before you make fun of me, I need you to do one thing. Look at my room. You see the bookshelf? You see the TV? You see this? You see the bed? Bro, I, of course, live with my parents. I think that you would have to be smoking crack to think that at the very least I live alone, because I don't. This looks like a roommate at room. But yeah, I still live with my parents. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I thought it would be funny to bring up in the bit, as like a bit in the video, because in the other video I made a joke about being unemployed, which is not true, actually. That one I just thought would be funny.
And I now, as an adult, think all of Alex's points are valid. I understand why someone who spends a lot of time and effort to produce content might be upset about someone watching their shit, biting it, re-uploading it in full with their...
Yeah, here you can really get a gauge for just how similar in color the shirt I wore and the green screen were. I think if I wore a different shirt, it wouldn't look bad. I think I would have been able to do it a lot more effectively, but I just messed up.
Face in the corner, and then adding nothing to the video. Alex used an animated skit to illustrate the point of how stupid reaction videos are. I saw this video and immediately knew there was troll potential. So what did I do?
Yo, sub or he'll find you.
At my old desk, opened up my netbook, turned on my iPhone because I didn't have a webcam, and used OBS to screen record YouTube.
Same room, actually. Slightly different angle.
I jumped down, up,
Are you just going
up,
to...
back up the wood, up, down, jump, and jump.
And it continues. All right, dude, we're getting really meta because I just realized I'm now reacting to myself, reacting to this fucking Up Down album. What are we doing, man? I need a job. Like this for about
Down,
and it continues like this for about a minute. Zooming in on my face while I just kind of mumble.
Now, this video did well for my standards at the time, and quickly became the most viewed video that I had ever made. But it didn't really pop off until he included me in his response video to all of the reaction people that were mad.
Okay. I use this same picture again. It would, I feel like, be much more cool if it was moving around a little bit. It's a missed opportunity, but hey, we got to watch these things back. We got to learn so that in the future we don't make the same mistake. It's as simple as. It's simple as. And I think my next two videos aren't going to be. These ones have been more traditional YouTube videos where they're like me talking about a thing, after the fact kind of deal. My next two are going to be much more, I don't know how to frame it exactly, but let's say traditional for streamers, where it will be content that I made on the stream that I'm going to be popping out of the VOD and editing and zhuzhing up. So I'll just tell you right now, you're not going to get another pre-recorded video like this one probably until the new year, but I do have a good idea that I've been cooking up since literally March. I've been working on it, maybe February. So, there's that. The next video is going to be we've talked a lot about Lemon Demon, right? I know there's some Lemon Demon fans in the chat. I know him mostly, well, after they explained to me who he was, I know him mostly from Ultimate Showdown. What people might not be aware of is that Ultimate Showdown is basically the place that Fortnite has been drawing IPs from. So I, on stream, went through the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, and I made a tier list of the characters in Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny that haven't quite gone into Fortnite yet, and I ranked them based on how likely they are to eventually wind up in Fortnite. And then we analyzed it, and we looked, and we saw what the patterns are. Who is most likely to be in Fortnite? Was I right? Type shit. Then the video after that I will be making is going to be the Super Drunky Ball video. We filmed Super Drunky Ball 2 days ago. So I don't know how great of a video it'll turn into. I think I'm going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting after the fact, but those two are going to be more like stream content videos as opposed to this, which is much more of like I sat down offline with a script that I pre-prepared and we, did a thing. Because I like both. I think that the biggest missed opportunity for a lot of streamer channels is that they can't really be YouTubers. They are stuck doing the stream highlight thing, if that makes sense.
Until he included me in his response video to all of the reaction people that were mad.
Reactionists.
So I'm gonna make up for it now by being a huge
That's
prick
me!
with an added dash of asshole.
He didn't even change the footage. I zoomed in and added the red filter, but he just said I'm an asshole at the part where it did that. 2 million people watched that.
It was extremely surprising. I didn't even see the video before I got friends texting me saying, "Hey, are you in the new I Hate Everything video?" And I had to be like, maybe? Can you send me a timestamp? After the video came out, though, I reached out to Alex on his business email. And basically, I just...
Yo, I doxed myself. I realized this when I was editing, that when I showed all this on stream, you can very clearly see my last name and stuff. So, I mean, it's not like I'm trying that hard to keep it a secret. I I didn't love it though. I didn't love that it happened.
Just told him that, you know, I was not trying to actually steal his content. I was just memeing and I wanted to make a funny video. I thought because of the extreme negative reaction to my video that maybe he was under the impression that I was being serious about stealing his content. And I wasn't expecting a response. I mean, the dude had 1 million subscribers at the time, you know? He was a big deal. But then
I don't want to be a dick, but bro fell off hard. I think his content was just so not meta and pretty negative. Because if it takes you 3 months to make a super uplifting, really long, masterfully crafted John, then I'm cool. We're cool with that. I think the end result is worth it. But bro would sit on movie reviews that he'd be making for so long that the movie wasn't even relevant by the time the review came out. So like I'm not surprised at the way it all went down is all I'm saying.
response. I mean, the dude had 1 million subscribers at the time, you know?
Put it in perspective, it was 10 years ago. He has a channel he had a channel with 1 million subscribers. It is now at like 2, you know, which I mean, it's 2 more million people, but it's not the best sign of growth is all I'm saying. That you're not speeding up your growth.
He was a big deal. But then I got a response.
It looks like in around 2015, and he got back to me pretty promptly. And I basically just said that I was in your video. I agree with your points. I was making my video as a joke, obviously. You know, it's hard to come up with content on your own. I could hear the background music.
How would you find this video randomly? You have to either be aware of the reaction stuff or be a fan of the guy. And, you know, he basically just told me that he knew and he would just throw it in and it was fun. And in the end, it did make my day. You know, it was very cool at the time. It was awesome. I remember going into school and being like,
yeah, the title is a bit of a lie. It's a bit of a misframing of the situation. Did I scam a YouTuber? No, I made a troll video that he knew was a troll video, but he decided to include anyway. Why did I title it How I Scammed a Famous YouTuber? Because this reveal happens 5 minutes into a 7-minute video. So, and also because I scammed a bunch of the audience, the angry mob that just mass disliked my video, they got scammed. Y'all are bricks. What more do I need to say?
I never had any plans to make a video like this, talking about this video, talking about the story of this and how I somehow tricked a YouTuber into putting me in a video that has 2 million views now, 2.6 and counting, actually.
Bruh.
I've loved making videos since I was like 8. But around high school, I started to get embarrassed and stopped uploading. Watching YouTube became my comfort zone. And I figured that my video making era was over. My journey...
Just to be clear, this is all real. This is a real thing that happened. The only thing that's really a misframing of the situation is that I scammed anybody. This is a real story. I made this video. I was a fan of I Hate Everything. I saw myself in the video after I got a bunch of texts from people asking me if I was in it. It was very interesting. I stopped making content. You can go back on this channel and you can look. You can see 2015, you know, 20, maybe even 16 was when I was making a lot of videos. And then at some point, I think I joined like a sport, and then I kind of just didn't want to get made fun of, so I tucked that away. And I was always immensely jealous of the people that like were gonna go to school for film, or I didn't even want to work on movies. That was the thing. Like for me, this has always been the thing. Like I don't know. I acted a little bit in college. I was in like a short film or two for some buddies. And that's fun, you know. I enjoy the process of making movies, but if I'm being real, I don't watch movies, don't really watch TV. I pretty much only consume bullshit internet content, and I don't feel bad about it. And I'll tell you guys why. Because anyone who will look down on you for the slop that you consume is too stupid to reflect on the fact that they like slop too. You know, it comes from a place of judgment where these people think that your media that you like is shit because they need their media that they like to be the best. And you can feel that way. I don't really care. I'm just speaking my truth. Like I, I don't know. One of my friends is like a nominated director for and writer for short films and stuff. And he's very talented. And I've helped him with stuff. But I never in my life I was jealous because he was following his dream and making cool shit. I was not jealous because I wanted to make movies. Never. I wanted to learn the skills to make YouTube videos that are as good as movies, which I went to school for, full disclosure, I went to school for computer engineering. Okay. We didn't go that route. I said, let's pick the thing I like the most that has the best job earning potential. Didn't really work out for me, which, you know, if you want to hear the reason why I'm doing this now, it's because I did the thing. I went to school. I went to a good school. I tried hard in high school. I did outside activities. I was in honor societies. I played all the games right. You know, I did the right things, or at least the things that I thought were the right things. And in the end, my outcome wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And it's not even that it wasn't like it didn't meet my expectations. It's that we're so far from what the expectation was that for the past couple months, for pretty much all of summer, I was just reevaluating my life decisions and thinking about like, why did I do this? How did I wind up with a really hard, useless degree that took me 4 years and tons of mental anguish? And I mean, I like the people that I work with and everything, but you don't need my degree to get the job that I have. I mean, maybe it will pay off in the future, and I was expecting too much of the world because I'm not giving up on my career. You know, I do this part time for fun, but the reason that I started doing this is because I thought, like, what do I like? What do I actually want to do? You know, and it's always been this. I mean, I just showed you this whole video is about how 10 years ago I was putting in pain on YouTube, trolling people, getting fucking 8,000 view bombs. So, like, since I have the time and the money and a drive to get better at a thing, we're just going to grind it out. I don't need to get too much into why, but I know where I'm going to be living and that this is the job I'm going to have, unless, you know, God forbid I get laid off or something, but I'm pretty much locked into this situation for the next 2 years. So I'm thinking about what I want. Where do I want to be in 2 years? And I just keep coming back to I want to make stuff. I want to be my own boss. I want freedom. And I want to have work on something that's meaningful to me. I always thought in college that I was going to wind up being one of the dudes working at like Raytheon or Lockheed making the missiles and shit. That's just what my expectation was because in my head, oh, $1 million, like getting more money is worth doing the worst thing. But my job right now kind of we do cool stuff, but I don't make anything. You know, I'm in a support role. So I'm looking for other avenues for me to make shit, which is why we're making YouTube videos, which is why I'm programming, you know, and we'll keep growing and we'll keep working on those skill sets. But yeah, we're back after I decided like 10 years ago that this shit wasn't going to work out and I was going to just get a normal job and go do the normal job thing. Now we got the normal job and I'm like, this isn't what I wanted. And you can't even hate on it because no shit, this isn't what you wanted. You knew that the whole time. But you can't tell people, hey, I'm going to not go to college. I'm going to do this. I don't know, but if I want to live the life I want, I gotta make the decisions that will get me there. And that's pretty much what I think about every day. Sorry for the digression, major digression here, but
Watching YouTube became my comfort zone, and I figured that my video making era was over. My journey as a content creator was done, and that this rage bait video that I somehow got I hate everything to use was going to be the peak of my YouTube career. That was until recently. Obviously, I'm here sitting in front of a camera, holding a Blue Yeti microphone, talking to you. So something's changed. Somewhere along the lines, I decided to make content, which we don't have to get into, but the important thing for the story is
yeah,
that
I just
I've
got
been
into
making
it. I just got into it. I explained it.
TikToks every day. That has been
Look at that, chat. 76.3K. Mind you, I didn't start posting until October 2nd. That's the first post on this page. I made the account, I think, like October 1st. We could probably check after the video, but I'm confident. Well, maybe I'm misguidedly confident. I think that we might hit 100K views before the new year, which would be really cool because this is a screenshot from a couple days ago. I'll definitely hit 100K views on TikTok before TikTok goes away. So that's also cool.
the first step in this journey is pump out a new TikTok every single day forever. And the other day, one of my TikToks blew up.
I made a little TikTok about the censorship of Wikipedia across the world. And right now, that is my most viewed piece of content at 13.4 thousand views, which I think is pretty cool. My favorite part about it is the 33 comments arguing back and forth. I love it. It has 600 likes, which it has more likes than my troll video got dislikes. That makes me happy.
And that's why I thought about making this video, because now that I've surpassed what used to be the greatest thing, I made videos for a couple of years after I got that 8,000 viewer. Never could recapture any of the success, and I understand why. I knew why at the time. I finally did it, so we're all uphill now. This is the run, guys. Drop a sub. That's the story of how I scammed I Hate Everything, wound up getting my most popular video off of him, and retired from content, only to come back and absolutely shatter that record. And hey, if you want to help me shatter that record again, maybe share this video, leave a like, or go watch my other video about me breaking 2024's best indie game by speedrunning it too fast. It's a pretty good one. Thanks so much for watching.
So that was the video, chat. If anyone wants to go drop it a like, maybe watch it, it would help me out a great deal. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think it will. End of the day, we're building up the backlog. You know, the fact that this video got 700 views, almost 800, that's great. That's amazing. I was very happy when it happened. But I'm very frequently reminded of this Kobe quote.
And every day is just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
Yeah.
That's really it. I ignore that. The Joe Rogan stuff I skip. I just threw it in there because it's like, whatever, normie motivation. Like, this video, I don't think is deserving of that 700 view bomb. I didn't really build up an audience of people that wanted that video. I just was given 13,000 impressions by the algorithm. Now, why I was given 13,000 impressions by the algorithm, I don't know. It's not for me to know. But you can't expect that every single time. I mean, hopefully the 14 people that watched this video liked it and had a good time. And we worked on making a finite content improvement. I did the multiple take thing. That was the experiment for this video. I think a big issue that I had thought for years and years is that it's all about the idea. And the truth is that the ideas are kind of fluid. There's always going to be another one, and they're all very time sensitive if they're like trendy, you know? But something like this, how I scammed a famous YouTuber, or I accidentally broke the game of the year by going too fast, there's nothing trendy about them. You know, these videos might not do well until I hit that one thing and I hit the algorithm perfectly. And it's not a reflection of the amount of time and effort that the video is like that was put into the video. It's more a reflection just of how lucky you get with the algorithm and how much content you make. Are you doing enough reps that you're in the right place at the right time? Because if this was my 10th video and people watched and then that video blew up, I would have 10 other videos for people to go and check out on this channel that maybe would then this one didn't get them to subscribe, but maybe this one would have gotten them to subscribe. And this one isn't going to show up on your For You page or your recommended, but because you saw one, it is now in your history. And that's how YouTube does its recommendations. I don't know if people are aware of this. It's almost entirely history based recently. They just want to feed you more of the same shit that you like.